Balloon World arcade game in fact tells the tragic secret story of a real boy who was forgotten, with no one knowing his backstory and dismissing him just as another robot. Hi folks, I'm R and welcome to the video. You can send me your theories and video ideas through Twitter, which I might use for the future videos. This video will contain spoilers. With that in mind, let's begin. In a secret room with pictures of different animatronics drawn and stuck on the walls, as if a child drew them and was trapped in the room, there's an arcade game called Balloon World, where Gregory takes control of a virtual boy wearing a striped propeller beanie and a striped t-shirt, where the boy is observed by Sun and Moon, also known as Sunny Drop and Moon Drop, slowly morphing into monstrous and hostile forms. As the Balloon Boy progresses further in the game starts glitching severely, with them being taken by the distorting Sunny Drop and Moon Drop, with a tick suddenly appearing, simply saying goodnight. Clearly, there is a hidden message about a tragic story of a boy who fell victim to the hostile Sun and Moon. Just as in one of the endings, when Gregory manages to beat all of the Princess Quest arcade games, the soul of Vanny is released from the grasps of Glitch Trap, with her subsequently joining in with Gregory and Freddy, escaping the Pizzaplex. In the Princess Quest games, the tragic story of Vanny is portrayed to how she fell victim to Glitch Trap, being seemingly possessed by the digital manifestation of William Afton. Vanny was a night guard in Help Wanted, where she gets attacked by Glitch Trap, who in a similar manner to Vanny the Rabbit distorts the environment and takes over the night guard, who in fact was Vanny. Vanny, as the result, possesses William Afton's powers and carries out his atrocities, while her soul is trapped in the virtual realm, with her not having any control over her real physical body. This is quite possibly what happened to the Balloon Boy as well, who became another victim of William Afton indirectly, through the hacked Sun and Moon, who seemingly also have been possessed by the digital manifestation of William Afton to some degree. According to one of the messages, a mother explains how her child sustained a long-term fear after being left in the daycare. She explains how her child couldn't sleep and had nightmares, all thanks to the nightmare-inducing moon. It's unclear what Sun and Moon are capable of and what their endgame is, but according to the message, they harassed the child to the point of the child sustaining a long-term mental problem. Moon is even more hostile after the closing hours, as witnessed by Gregory. Moon chases after Gregory and seemingly captures and eventually murders him. Moon possibly doesn't murder children before closure and when the children are present with parents, as this would as a consequence lead to the Pizzaplex closure. Seemingly, William Afton became smarter in committing his crimes, trying to leave no evidence behind, so he can continuously satisfy his psychopathic appetite without being caught. Balloon Boy, on the other hand, has a long-term history with the FNAF franchise. He has been present in many installments and appears in different forms, one being the ghost form. Not much history has been unveiled about this robot, apart from being the first humanoid animatronic, or more appropriately, robot. He's associated with his creepy laughing and giggle sounds, and more hostile form, being the ghost Balloon Boy. It is not revealed if he was possessed by a spirit of William Afton's victims, or if he was just another AI. But after the Balloon World arcade game, it is heavily indicated that he was in fact a real, breathing and living boy once, possibly with hopes and dreams which were taken by the psychopathic Afton. In the arcade game, the boy seems to have human flesh and looks like a real person, instead of looking robotic and having metallic endoskeleton and exterior covering. He shares almost identical resemblance to the robotic Balloon Boy, with his propeller hat and striped t-shirt. He has blue trousers and blue and red hat and t-shirt. It's safe to say this virtual version of Balloon Boy, who seems to be a human, is in fact the same as the robotic Balloon Boy. being a representation of what happened to him. The Balloon World arcade game, in a similar fashion to the Princess Quest arcade games, in fact tells the tragic backstory of the real Balloon Boy. He was once a real boy who falls victim to Sun and Moon, who were infected by the digital manifestation of William Afton, portrayed in the distortion and glitches, as William Afton possessed those powers, and even after death he still controlled aspects of the real world. At the end of the arcade game, when Balloon Boy severely glitches out, he's then consumed by the distorted Sun and Moon, with a sinister text appearing saying goodnight, indicating that Balloon Boy is gone for good, reaching the end of his journey. As Moon is a side of the daycare attendant animatronic with two personalities, he specializes in making children fall asleep, and in this case, it means a permanent sleep. It's possible the robotic Balloon Boy is possessed by the spirit of a real boy who once lived and eventually suffered a tragic fate, falling victim to William Afton, who wanted attention and wanted to communicate with real people in the real world through the robotic body of Balloon Boy. Not being cared and listened to, simply being dismissed, known by the nickname Balloon Boy, he becomes vengeful and subsequently more hostile, having different forms and attacking the people who dismissed him. That's the tragic story of the Balloon Boy and how unfairly he suffered under the hands of William Afton. His story is one of the many who fell victims, who simply wanted to be children and having fun. It's been your host R, and I will see you next time.